another episode of Feed the Beast. We're here in the Direwolf20 pack, and last time we made a golem tree farm, and it's working pretty well. I did, if you take a look out here, I did notice that one of the golems was in a hole over here that a meteor smashed in the ground. I removed some of the bushes because I was tired of running around them, and I added a fence to keep some of the baddies out. It has not kept all of the baddies out. Let's blast this guy. There we go. Oh, he has a lot of health. I think I got him. As you can see, I have quite a few golems over here. I have two picking them up, picking up the saplings and stuff. I took the lamp of growth down because we're going to put it down again in a minute. I cut into the side here and kind of put the walls up. I cleaned the area up a little. And I added a second golem to put down rubber tree saplings. Today we're going to work on the sorting system for those saplings and also getting the automated charcoal working. So if we go back inside, we head downstairs. Here, I added a second little stairwell just into the hallway while I was puttering the other day, thinking of what to do. And if you come down here, I have put together everything for an infernal furnace. It's basically all ready to go. It just needs a click with the wand. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then boom, a nice infernal furnace. I brought down a spare jar of Ignis because it assists in the speed and efficiency of the furnace. You can also add arcane bellows, which I will probably make off camera just because it's slightly time consuming. Now you may have noticed that I made an ender chest out in the tree farm, and I have 3 barrels here for wood, saplings, and apples, and then a default one because the golems kept seeming to pick up eggs and the occasional slime ball for some reason. But this is, I was basically testing out my sorting system. It took me a little while to work out, and I basically left it together, and I'm just going to explain what I did. So the ender chest here is, it has its sister chest over in the tree farm. And it's very important that the first stack right here is oak saplings. So once you get some saplings, as long as you put a few there in that first slot, I will show you in a second why that's important, but they need to be there. Now, secondly, this is the first time I'm using logistics pipes in this playthrough, I do believe. Logistics pipes, you can look up the recipes. They're not too difficult to make. They do require diamond pipes to make. But it's worth it. They're a pretty cool system. The other thing is that they need power. And actually, this one is totally empty. This I have hooked up. If you see, I just have some leadstone energy conduit coming over here to my steam dynamos and my energy cell. So you do need to hook up via logistic pipes the power junction. And I can show you the recipe for the power junction right here. It was very simple, just redstone and iron, nothing difficult to make. Well, like I said, you need a few diamonds for the logistics pipe. But so this is just a basic logistics pipe here connected to the power thing. That's all it's really needed. Now I created a provider logistics pipe right up against the ender chest, and so if I go get a wrench out of my bag, and you right-click on the pipe with the wrench, it's going to bring up this GUI. Now the provider pipe basically will search through the existing inventory that it's connected to, in this case the ender chest, and search for any items that are needed by a pipe connected to it that is requesting one of those items. So basically here you see a GUI with 9 slots, And you can say include, or I could change this to exclude. But this is basically what it will search for and say, oh, I can provide. So if there's something else in the chest, it won't put it into the system. But in this situation, it's going to put these 4 things in. Now, there's a bunch of different modes. I switched this mode to leave the first stack. And that's why I was saying it was important to have the first stack as saplings. Because if I just automatically pull all the saplings out of this chest and put them into the system, there'll be none for the golems to place back down to replenish the tree farm, which is a problem I was running into when I was trying to figure that out. So that's why instead of just regular pipes with a gate here, just pumping them into the system, or using one of the extra utilities transfer nodes over here, I had to have basically this sort of buffer system and then use the transfer node to go into the rest of the system. And it was all because I needed a way to keep that first stack of saplings. Now, there might be a simpler, easier way to do it that I totally missed. And if there is, leave something in the comments and maybe I'll use it. And it'll at least help out everyone else that watches. So now that's the provider pipe, and then connected to just a regular chest. It's an iron chest. It could be a regular one. It doesn't matter. If I right click on this one, this is a supplier logistics pipe, okay? And this basically will supply the chest it's connected to with items. So you can see I have oak, saplings, and eggs. That's the things I want to pull out of it. And actually, you know what? I can add, let's see, I can add apples as well, because I want apples to go into the system. I don't know why, I don't, my ADD is kicking in with the, I should probably add a barrel for eggs. Or actually, you know what? I think I know a way to get around that. But my ADD was kicking in that it had not just one item, but a stack. Request mode infinite. That means it'll just keep trying to pull items that are available in the system just basically forever. And then they come into this chest. Currently there's nothing in here, obviously. And then they'll go into a sorting system very similar to what we had upstairs. Just a transfer node from extra utilities, and it gets pulled in and it will go into these barrels. And like I said, I have an overflow barrel, so nothing gets jammed up in the system if for some reason one of those golems picks up something or else. And, well, actually, it would need to be supplied, but still, it was something I did when I was first doing the sorting. Now, I need to get these logs over to the infernal furnace. The reason I chose the infernal furnace is that it doesn't need a fuel source itself, so I wouldn't need to create a whole system where the system making coal provides coal to itself and therefore can make more coal. This thing just kind of runs on its own. Like I said, Ignis helps, but it doesn't absolutely need it. Now, we can't just drop stacks of wood in there. We need, I have some bits here. We're going to need all of these. We're going to need all of these things. I'm going to get these and this. It's going to be a good time. We need a way to basically time how often we drop a plank, or not a plank, but a chunk of raw wood into the top. We need to kind of line that up with how often one will come out the other end. I do have a hungry chest here that I made. I'm going to put that, oops, too far. It would probably work right here actually, but I'm going to move it in. Hungry chest just grabs anything that pops out around it, and basically anything that goes in the top gets smelted and then just thrown out the front, and it's going to wind up right in this chest. So I cleared out this little path here because what we're going to do is we're going to basically just use the extra utilities transfer system to pipe things out of this barrel. We're going to go right up and we're going to go straight up here, right across the ceiling. Oops, there we go. Use the thermostatic harness to fly up here. We're going to go right across the ceiling and over one, and then we're going to be ready to drop stuff in the bottom there. Now over here you can see what's happening here. I need to adjust, oops, I need it to be, yep, this way, and then Oh. Can I not tell it I don't want things... Oh. How do I get rid of... I don't want these two things connected in any way. That's annoying. Can I really have it... Can I really not have it connecting like that? Okay. Well, we'll just kind of dig back here a little bit, and I will figure this out later. I'm probably just not hitting it the right amount of times, but I'm not going to fuss with it right now. Oh, shit. Come on. There you go. And over like this. And I have blocked myself in. Here we go. There we go. All right. Now that is... Oh, we need it to not connect here as well. So if we do like this, now they're not connecting. And so now the only thing this is connected to is up here. And the way I'm going to time what falls into this, and I have an item grade here, just so that I don't accidentally fall in. Item grade is very simple to make. You can look it up in your Thumbonomicon. Basically, you can, if I throw something down, say for instance I throw a piece, it's going to go right into the system. But if I right-click and I do the same thing, it won't let it fall in. So it's just a way to basically open and close. Now, I need a way to only drop things in there every so often. So I'm going to use this right here from OpenBlocks. It's called an item dropper. It's very simple to make. It just requires a hopper, iron, cobblestone, redstone. It's nothing expensive at all. And we're going to hook this up. We're basically going to want it to be right on top of this. So we're going to put it right there. And next to it, well, I should say, and we're going to feed the pipe system right into it. It'll just plug right in. And next to it, we're going to put a redstone timer. This redstone timer is from the Project Red, which used to be Red Power or something like that. This stuff just requires, you have to make a bunch of them, but it's really just redstone and stone, you know, nothing. And circuit plates, which is just smelting stone again. Very simple, nothing expensive, no big deal. So I'm going to put it down, and I need to make sure I put it down. Well, I think I did have it the right way, but just for OCD's sake. There we go. Now, oh, did I have two? So I'm going to, actually, you can hear the door clicking every time I do this. So I need to actually lift this up one. Here we go. You can see the the item dropper was getting filled pretty quickly. So that's still above, and that should work fine. And I can actually just use a piece of wood, ironically. Actually, you know what? I probably shouldn't use wood. It is on top of a furnace. And I know it's only Minecraft, but let's see. There we go. Okay, good. I feel better. And let's see. I'm going to do this. And you see every time, so this thing is now filling up with wood. And every time that this timer goes by and it gets a redstone pulse, it's flopping a piece of wood right down into the system. See that? Now, this is going a little bit too fast. You just right-click it, and it brings up this menu. We're going to say every 8 seconds, maybe, at the least, maybe 10, just to be safe for now. And so it's going to keep dropping things in there, and then they will eventually, just like that, be popped right out the front. See? There we go. So I could figure out the timing by sitting here and watching it, but I will do that later. So that's that taken care of. And now I will basically hook up another transfer node from here, and we will send it right here. It should work out of the hungry chest I'm not, yeah, it's working. There we go. We're going to go right along the floor. And we're going to go this way. I don't know if I have I might have to go make more transfer pipes. But we're basically going to run right along the floor here. I'll get some covers, maybe off camera, to clean it up and make it nice. And here we go. And now we should start getting coal. It might be filling up the first one first. Yep, we're going to be getting coal into the two systems. There we go. That's fantastic. I probably figure out a way to make a better distribution system because it's going to fill up this first steam dynamo all the way to 64 before it starts the second one. But we'll figure that out later when we get to it. Eventually, it should reach a nice equilibrium. But we'll figure that out. Now, the next thing... Actually, is that everything? Yeah, so I'll make arcane bellows off camera. But so this is a nice way. This will start getting power. You can see actually it's climbing now that the steam dynamo is actually running. And we'll get power to this system. And it should actually start pulling things. Yeah, actually, so it's pulled everything that it could. Basically anything I told it to, it is actually pulling out of the system. If I right-click on it. You can see that these are the only things I'm pulling out of the system, and they are, in fact, all out of here. Let's see. So it's going to, and it's always going to leave this stack of saplings. Yep, see, those 3 just went away because they were requested. I don't know how often the pulse kind of goes through the system, but it's always going to keep that first stack of saplings, which is very important because that's what the goblins use to put down the farm again. Now I can actually, since I have a bunch of wood, I might as well put it back in here and make sure it all goes back into the system. There we go. You can see it shooting through the pipes. There it goes. Pew, 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 pew. And then it goes into this chest, and then we'll slowly get pulled out by the transfer node and back into the system. All right. Fantastic. I like it. I like it. How are we doing over here? There we go, 27. It's going to slowly build up in the system, but it'll work. It'll be good. And like I said, I'll make arcane bellows, and then I'll be able to speed up that redstone pulse a little bit. And we'll figure out a way to keep Ignis loaded up in here so that we have maximum infernal furnace power. There we go. So that's it. It's pretty simple, I think. Let me know if you have a better way than this logistics pipe system. But this is a kind of nifty way, not too expensive, that I figured out to do it. Not too complicated. Easy to put together. No programming of, I could probably program a computer to do it or something like that. But this is much simpler. So there we go. Infernal Furnace, Infinite Charcoal Generator.